was raised by Papa Efeno, Professor Ajimambadu Akosa. Eba ayarehwemu a ene sebi nipa ya ben wo man chechirimu a onimu pa. Oka kire say, why should African politicians travel in droves omudodrom so omukosiki medical help abroad? Yembane. Nana mementi ase say adenti na yose ye bane sa. Then Ochiremu say anya ne saa yentumi nya quality medical service ewo ha because nipa na omo travel to seek medical care no eye omo responsibility to fix the early medical system. It is a topic that we need to discuss dispassionately and without sentiments. Say ye kasa ayarehwe ho nsema, this is the third time I make kasa asem we ewo Jumedi so. Yen discussing without emotions and political coloring. Na ye musa e ho say asem bi sa ehia. Some my politicians no yemfa ban ento omo. In fact, let me first emphasize say Nigeria there, they have a legislation omo omra. I just say we a politician, you are banned from traveling to seek medical care abroad. Nipa no shemra no obu so be 50 times. Buhari time. Omo shemra se mo politician bia. Buhari no shemra no. In 2017, 2018, out of 365 days ewa afinim no, or spending 175 days seeking medical care abroad. Into only 190 days, anameboa 365 minus 175, 90, 190 days. And what they president, they are kanyina anote a breach san ho yade. But washemra bane. Just osrowu. This topic is generally about African leaders. It has nothing to do with Professor Jane. But a situation in BM Nasakofaba because Professor Ajimambadu Akosa can't say no. Not the issue of Professor Jane, am I? But there are people in the present government almost akasetia seeking medical care abroad. Na omu detest ya na omu call for shemra. Abra no more opposition. No. There are people in opposition now who had also said this. And I quite remember Professor Mills' time when the MPP was also in opposition, almost so vehemently. Almost criticize it. It just say obia ampe, but obia bedia by moi that oh you see the opportunity. Are we to allow our politicians to seek medical care abroad while yen yete an ailing medical center and a service muana? It's a question that we need to discuss, and everybody must have an opinion. We are Ghana in Kwadia, you must have an opinion. Say, do you think that with the level of health services in Ghana, any medical situation, no, should we allow the people with the responsibility to fix it? Yama omuntu kwai, no more escape the problem. Na yen suffer na say yen bear the brunt of the poor medical system ana. Anasa yen select some ailment be a doctor beka se hadie yen to mean sa yen kwama no ne nyina yen yentum se enru hadie. Na che say ye ka se de kwama no ne a eye. All the leaders in the West fane say question na me busa me ho preparing for this topic and me search wo ho ne say every medical equipment we are CBA betima si ship mana me boa me who medical equipment because ship na e de niema ba no ebi so chen hospital nyina ana me boa enti there is not a single medical equipment we are say ti say CT scan ana akese plant ye we are see na ye desire de no menya sure say bia ni ho a udi si ship mu enko ebeba enti se yakase ye medical equipment bi ato a ye betime nya bibi di asim se entumi nko shipum enko adu premu di ane yakase ewa brochi esondodo enti je se ho ne ye beko because one in 2001 there were 52 African countries omu leaders omu koshiai World Health Organization form almost sign krata and they said say they are going to abide all the 52 countries, you know. Abrofo no say ade ehia wo wiase healthcare to the omono uyi war any anyama US money Iran mo abi amode nuclear weapons no much attention wo ho a because of man fixing health problems in this no basically ade here omo pa health enti se broni bi be yare wo ha na afidie bi sa ne yade wo Ghana na ebi ni ne krom na oye Germany for leader de obeye ne say obeto sa afidie ni bi o Germany ho ananya logic no se broni bi oye president o Germany oba Ghana obe yare afidie bi no mo de see ne so within 20 minutes na clear yade na free ho o say hey afidie be ni omo so Ghana ye man panyi na ekoto bai na ade we no wakon abon say na esi so ehu ba bi ewo na ayusu radioactive we no cry oduro no wondom eye nuclear nti ade si wakoma ne so a na clear yade na free ho a detect o say hey no afre the health minister of Germany afidie bi amahu wa Ghana ye wo bi omo say papa ye ni bi eye sai muntobi sa na obeka na African leaders no say omo ko west no ko sa omo ho yade a ade na omo ko hu no ya omo tobi ba ha na hospital no omo ko hu no because one of the politicians told me when I was preparing for this in fact some of the hospitals they visit ewo abrechi no community hospitals because they cannot pay for the top hospitals no nti omo ko community hospitals MP4 omo krom ha no they don't have that money to go to top hospitals in the UK. Enti a community ba owremu a onim say your radioactive equipment your niam ye nuclear say aduro no bi o ha ye nom cancer treatment no ye nom ye de afidie siu so na aclear e wo system mu ye radioactive nuclear system na aba ye wo bi ana na okono okohu a ohu afidie na esiwa ebetima akɔhye pum se ebekɔ ship mu a odwen ne manfo ho se ade we bekɔ ship mu a mabesa me ho yade wo ha no de ma me nkɔye budget 2001 asema meka no African president ni nyina age tumu se 52 of them this is a research broken World Health Organization omo ko committee more than 15% of their national budget to health because sana west for no moye no enti na mamu dwane kɔ ho no yese ba bia wajapade wo na ho na wakoma wo enti ba bia wusuo no ho na ka wo fixe enti World Organization say Africa spend sika say omo travel akɔ abruchi akɔ say omo ho yade enti saa sika na mo de kɔ no mo budget na mo be ya na fibia no mo 15% enko health na African president 52 omo gitum 2001 by 2017 only 4 countries and amity half of the standard normal set and these countries are Rwanda omo na ye top Rwanda ne abide pacho World Health Organization report on African medical system by 2001 normal meeting 52 countries signed by 2017 not only Rwanda and atope Tanzania second Botswana third Zambia fourth of the 52 countries Ghana 29th budget allocation for health almost say abrochi ho no not Germany UK US not less than 15% of the amount of money omude ko budget no akohumasika no more than 15% and they call health because they know enti momo ko akwase omo yade na omo sese mo ye mutimi bo modern na mutimi ese de mo budget ne sika we ko mu dia monso mo mahabiem enti mon ko na mon ko fa mo budget no 15% and 10 and share health Rwanda ene ye ene omo na achieve the highest insurance health insurance omo ma mu ho no the whole of Africa omo na number 1 on the continent by 2017-2018 enti Ghana ye den medical tourism sa no mo frɛ no eyade amai bebre the current government integral members of the current government are criticizing say ye tu kwaya kwa mono ne de enwanwa wo mu ne say for MPP NDC sem ne to nchen some of them go to the extent say okoye check up na mumu eyeyen na yetua for the check up and the report cited broken.com say the Ama Africa leaders yes adie nyina ne say there is no responsibility because they can escape the problem. A ban pa no afru plane. ebisi ni tia ne ya eya muhu MPB waji leave okoye check up afidi e de check up ne bi ni ha na obefru plane one African president oye close to home oko ne medical check up no muntie ni yo na hu se Africa ye leaders no eye wickedness. Listen to this carefully. Oko ye medical check up no 15% sika no spending and plane na omo pake omo de ye ne check up no 7% of the national health budget. Sika wadi awura mu se mfanko health no ono kosa ne ho yade wa bruchi no sa sika no ye 7% of the say over 7 years or hwa ne ho yade wa bruchi. Na in the report 366,000 pounds na lupre no pake yeso wosa ne ho yade no kwa lupre no kwa 366,000 pounds. Eno no wo hwa ne budget no mu even the plane nko de koye no 0.7% of national health budget. Sika ye de besa o man no ho yemfa nsisi asopete yemfa ma doctor for yemfa ntoto mfidie no mampanyin ne kwasa ne ho ya de adupre na wa pake aso engine asi so na ye hwe no no eno nko ye 0.7% of the country's health budget. Nti oba o pese o fixe no no on pese o be fixe because obenya baby asa ne ho ya de. And they were indicating, say, 2 hospitals on the continent, Lagos State Teaching Hospital and Kolebu Teaching Hospital. This problem is prevalent in sub-Saharan Africa. Because North Africa, on time, Morocco, Egypt, is one of the best in terms of health in Africa. Then South Africa, Tunisia. And they are again here. Steve Biko Hospital, South Africa, is ranked as one of the top 3. And the leaders no mo call Steve Biko. They know. Say omo de omo ni achire India because India for so no mo so tu kwan sa no mo hu say ye invest in medicine. And I must say Africa for no say ho na affordable. Nti leaders na ko. Can you imagine say Robert Mugabe or spending nearly 21 years of his reign as the president of Zimbabwe seeking eye care? I was Singapore. Okosha nani 21 years no. Oko Singapore mo na what the best eye clinic to him. Ehon wo ko wuye no. Na wantumi ansi eye hospital, eye clinic no. Wansi bi wo Zimbabwe ho. Within those years no. Eka na anu oko Singapore. Okoshe nani 21 years of flying to Singapore to seek medical care. Wantumi ansi sa state of the art eye hospital ni bi wo Zimbabwe ho. But ehon wo ko wuye. Umaru Musa Yaradua, Umar Bongo of Gabon, Michael Sata of Zambia, and the list goes on. Yaman penny for muko siki medical care, but yes, almost 10% to 15% of the country nisikano and share health service. Almost a debi. Omobedi so they can get the privilege of traveling at the expense of the taxpayer to seek medical care. Ode obi okrom ha. Oye sikadi no okosa ne ho yade no ye private person na obi amfa ho omobo obi abosia ono na enya ne sika yesi unya osika ba bia ope na odidie but yesi obema omo akohoma ofie no odidi abonte no omo akohoma ofie because onkobo akohoma no ewo ho ye leaders na omebo akohoma wo ha ne ye hospital papa because our opportunity to travel na yen yetua na mom yen na yetua nko onhu ye mobo say plane ticket ye nyabi enti nko anya papa wo ha maye eno ne problem no. Africa spent $6 billion in medical tourism. $6 billion. Theconversation.com. You can check that. $6 billion in medical tourism. Ye leaders so ya bo mo ho ka 6 billion so mo kwhwe mo ho ya de e wa manone. Na omukwa ya tua yensu ya yare a amambi koje are ebi ni ho gloves ebi ni ho ye wo region bi wo Ghana ha omuni ventilator ai wo hospital ebi ni ho ventilator covid by no you heard it but ye wo leader obetimi atena play mu $30,000 or kwahwe ne ho yade ewa brochire or koye check up. Me say this is not a matter of MPP NDC. Say amayadwen amafie say document omoko sign said they will invest more than 10% to 15% of the national budget in health. Rwanda, Botswana, and Ediswo no. Ghana ye langi behind no. Ye language or bottom. Our health sector. And your doctor for no na anymore dear. Because the UK have clarified and emphasized say 1 out of every 10 doctors our UK African. If you want to check, ebi obeka say doctor for ne nya de there be omune ko school with Cuba. Ghana doctor for omo call Russia. Omune abrofo ya na ekom. Enti 1 out of 10 doctors our UK African, 1 out of 10. How many UK doctors know her? Just say a doctor for ne highly qualified. Some of the politicians have admitted to me, confess say omo ko abrochie na African doctors na hwe omo. The only difference is the equipment, logistics, and machinery. Now, no more hospital now South Africa, Civico. South Africa for a nuclear, CBB, the nuclear hospital. Yadiana yes, and he say ye numa drug na bunsu oguso no 1 minute 3 abom no. Adro bi tisa kotomwa Civico hospital. This is a hospital. Mo show TV ne Facebook no. One of the best hospitals in Africa. Now they say machine no omodi aba nuclear plant na omodi aba no. Cancer na ayewa. Ye numa duro biem. Ominimu ya oya yemfa homa panie ntwa ho biem. Ade ne si umene ne so ana ayi ade na firi ho. Eye radioactive. Eye nuclear. Omadru sro ase. Leader no na adwemu na ka no a. Ye de afidie ne nam na adwene ho a na ayusu census na ayi ade na firi na adwem. Yenkotwa oba bia nuclear machine and omaye Ghana haye wo bia na enti sa difference no doctor ni no operate no Africa ni wakosua wotimi ye akasa afidie ne beba ha na se Land Cruiser Prado 300 timi si shape mu bade a ada na sa nuclear machine entumi ma ha na obetra play mu akoho no na nka aye wo ha because eniema na omokosa omo yade webri no na woti ha pa say Germany for omo president na ba Ghana na obesa ne ho yade what be da omo yare wo ha omo ambassadors no omo yare a pa na omo ko they know omo bia betu kwan akọ bia akosa ne ho yade me say once a while yen discuss this topic say sikana ye spend de ma ye mpanyimfo wo hwe ye judges enye president ne vice president nkwa o ye judges article 71 for no omo parliament say osha na osha benefit Ghana for the mo say ayarehwe bia mo pe owiase bia de be ma mo nkoda mo nkoje na ya bo mo hoka one day mumusa empanyimfo no say yemfa the budget of year spending on empanyimfo no abroad yemfa metu dwa na obehu na wo de ato ye national budget for health ho ho no ne bebo dam me say one day yemusa say judges a omu okrom ha article 71 for omu okrom ha yempanyimfo a ye say omu ye CEO for oyare a obetime de oman ni sika akohwa ne ho yade wa abrochire yenka sa sika ne mom na yemusa omu say yemfa ntoto ye national budget on health ni yen compare ye pese ya adwemu bie ne edidi nkomo a fa MPP NDC ne to nkyɛn na yare aba wo ne a ema ye hospitals nyina ye tan enti se ye constate ne say ye politicians ne mo ntu kwan enkwa amano ne nkosa omo ho yade a say ye omusika na omo de kwa nobody cares but at least ye timamufo no ya sign krata say wo de ometima akohwe mo ho but ye basic kakra de mo provide ma ye no eno na ye problem no. One of the doctors in Nigeria and a suggestion is say nana yemfa 5-year ban ento omoso. Now if there is a 5-year ban unim say the man Africa countries be BCC hospital ya COVID because there was a ban on flying. Enti afede obi as chale yenye wo chese bibia nsia yenye hospital Kolebu yesi ani Lagos State Hospital na the foremost hospitals in sub-Saharan Africa. Abra you see, what is Kolebu? One of the oldest hospitals in Africa, if not the oldest. Kolebu. Ye see Kolebu no na hospitals papa bebre teaching hospitals any Africa. Ye titi nipa ne yesan machines gum na ebi ni ha. And na ohwe Kolebu na ugina ho na ohwe wo de onsa gu bu no obusa say is this Ghana's biggest referral hospital? Into this conversation, yen have it. Yen for statistics in into ho say, how much do you spend as our leaders traveling abroad to seek medical care? How much do you invest in the health system, your budget, for the benefit of the poor people, the ordinary people? Only visa, only passport umpo, and the net to crime. And tinkane ho kanwa, or con a district hospital, at least any ye basic dear. Ebi ho. Enfide ya yede hwehwe nipa adwenem yede ya yempanyefo so omoko na nka o mind ya to abama wo ye member of parliament wo hwa constituency nipa 300,000 200,000 ete ho uti paiwa wo se ukoye check up UK doctor ni akohu no wo ya Africa di afidie na akoto ye no ye de si ship mu ba eyeye watu asika ahwe wo ho agya afidie ne ho aba se nipa na wo ni omote ha ne de o mato abama o se ma omo sa benefit ni bi no you don't care about them entiane ma hu se MPP for so ka and Professor Jane NDC for can say the discussion is not about that. The discussion is about say we are all kono Ghana for born ho ka say e ka say ne boy ye time e wo ayarehwe ho na sa ne ma no ne betimi de aye bi wo ha na e ne anye amampanyi omoba ne say na timi si hospital wie say you prioritize say yensi enkramodan yentu amena yensi asori dan you prioritize say yenwe corrupt yema containers ngira yento fie 21 yenye say nemo me ho kame de a me nkwa asori dem ho me fa play me kwa bruchiri me ho kame a enya nkramodan na masi apete na medwane akọ me kwa bruchiri na nipa na omoto abama wo no busa ho say omuni passport dear na wo ya boa omo na ma wo sa privilege ne benefit no. It is an African problem. Wo hwe paper here da ha Commonwealth for say the amount of money that Africa spends. Yeah, account for 23% of a wiase. Yeah, wo wiase in Africa account for 23, but only 1% of your budget and eco health. It's time for that discussion. Ebia it will not be today. Minimum amone Professor Ajimambadu Akosaya adwen. Say yemfa ban ento private people betimi akọ. But yemfa ban ento your politicians so say you cannot fly at the expense of the taxpayer. Say headache. Ukutu headache. Ewa bruchiri. Brakolebu. Na oba na obehu de ewo ho a obeboa miasa. Wo na oye budget. You can imagine say o former finance minister on a prepare budget on a trebe bi asika bi anko o former finance minister o te abrochire esa ne ho yade because emfidie na yade besa yade ne bi ni ha but doctor for de bi o ha and they have to improvise. Ye nurse for ebo modern but they have to improvise with eniema enye we enya tem didie Ghana for tnase ne enwe ho say enye MPP NDC. Do we want a law to ban our politicians from traveling, especially for certain ailments? Yentimi for medical condition and to abontin because of confidentiality. But satima mufoni ni ayarehwe papa. Na say politicians ikroya timi koboka 1 billion. So mo de so mo ho yade. Oh, ade no way. Me pesa me bo saadi we so na me ba so na. Almost say the amount of money I are spending every year, no, African leaders are spending, no, it means 10 hospitals in each country.
All the Africa, 52 countries now, Africa.
No, each country. Sika omo ewo omo politicians taxpayers money a call for medical tourism. We spend 6 billion, all the African leaders, Sub-Sahara, 6 billion per the research, 1 billion for some countries. Dollars. It can build 10 hospitals. But on umpezi obewu. At the end of the day, so sha. Omokowa. Aya den obewu.
Ewo
de nyina obewu.
Ye nyina obewu. Na a television so a wuto ho eku nipa e ka le chintem woma ade ahye nipa what do condition bi anka wo mmobo asie nyina na e kan kransensem no na fa ye dweme wo no ma nipa no afono no Professor Ajima Bedu nyame shane so de sanse na ba because said better late than never yes aba saka e chiro set say o aba emi nyina no ye ka bi yo kan ye mfa ne so oba onipa bia pe ayarehwe papa e quality healthcare na say delivery e ma no
the most important thing
ehia pa ene etie wo bia nya so wakɔhwɛ no de ya obɛkɔ na emom no yɛse ewome ene ewoye nya de kro sɛ wotɔ na so anya sika na ka sɛ obɛkɔ brucha kɔhwɛ ho yade sɛ mpo bɔre na atu na hɔ na abɛkɔ wuti ho na ho ayɛ ka na hɔ na abɛkɔ a obia no ni asɛm yɛ constitution no ɛhyɛ yɛn ɔmampani oyare anana bedi ekire eyare a yeti committee Supreme Court impanif judges akasifo eteso ama pani pa bi every parliamentary council of state for ka hon say yenye investigation effort mampani yade ho say bia no mpo no condition say bia de wo kom no betumi ayadwuma bio so omampani anaso wontumi anya adwuma bio so omampani anam so na yo omampani ntine ye hwe na pomuden yenka edu ba bia aburu yen so a yen fa no kɔ amanane enkohwe ne yare e constitution num wanka se MP constitution and minister campus onipa menka so bi akɔkɔhwe ababa yen fa ne sa ebi e wo so kye bi na se ne abeye efre wo Ghana ha so obi ayare a na ye Ghana fo esika ba wahuri no okɔ amanane akosa no yare na nse yewura speaker of parliament Magmin Okodiba Imprenu you know so nani any ade sa ekoso kano foriata ya fa so free so nti kwa bi so obeka so no ani sika na so no wonu pori de na mfata because so oto se oswafo his kasem so ana omudwe atwe paye hyehyɛ papa kanya ne so onam ba bi am hope ayarehwe no ufri so awuska na so sika no mpo no ye beka so man no tumi ebusa questions.
But why don't you believe in your national health system? That's the question we have. Why don't you believe? Because research in the say it's not the doctors. Because 1 out of 10 doctors in UK is an African.
Almost koduma aboduma hoche bibia ma enya sem ketwa na emom no wo mo ahwe ame enya equipment papa wo ma ahwe me enya materials ebetumi aboma yenya sa quality healthcare na ye pe no enti so mo do mo yare a wo ma twumbo no mo tena ha ebu wo ma ne tantantanti wo mo so mekoya doctor for ho na wo mo epe ba bi pa akohwe ho yade nyese yenyi ye medical student ni ye dwo mu di papa wo ma bomoden na emom no sebi ye fa kutuku hu enkum owio enti doctor na bensen na se equipment ni ho na nsen ye gi confirmatory teaching hospital ensuo enti surgery na do operation so majai
ensuo enko hospital ho
e ma nti o majai
surgery
operation si
but nipa omu sa process no yesi nyame na age omo nkwa ensuo
nyame na age
the biggest second biggest hospital e wo Ghana ye nyina ye read this story no ensuo nko konfo anoche
na obade na misu ne se enya machine ya akase betun si ayi mu aban bi o e ensuo keke empa me ewu hwe aboa ye boye ho asoman ne ye boka e de kohwe ho yade a e ha dwen yade ne emfasa no mani nyina emma ye wo conditions bi a obane ye ne be ka tore bi a ne adoctor for no se bi duebo enu mporo enye orthodox doctors no me yare ena me ko se me ko cheke enoma bi wose won yare kra tore bi so ko cheke obe cheke BP be cheke pressure no ho prostate na de me ko herbal doctor ba ko ho me ginidi ohwe mi wie edi tu su sa ko foforo ye se so opeska gintu eno am be nyina no we problem ha ye say na say me ka no ntim na che se ko from dada ba ko na anya ni ye ana se o pa bibia ye ntim entu omo de ye betumi de ache won by orthodox medical hospitals no doctors
mana the problem is that check up ya ukoye the enti our politicians na ekọ abriche ni se machine no esi ho e won anim ade na ha no onim say within 2 hours ebe yi di nyina aba ho no yankofa duro mane mene
dabi
ya di nuclear and ehwe no eno so your community hospital bi o California ebia wo Texas ebia wo Bronx ebia wo Brooklyn
enyo mo referral ayipo akase no community
community hospital uria na Ghana for atua enti se ensuo ma wo konfo anoche a it should be a national enti na make say we have to start from the convention omoko sign wo 2001 say abrofo no be share ye World Health Organization for be share ye say momo leaders we no because you can travel abroad and seek medical care enti no one neglect the core business of managing health in your country into obi anko mofa 10% of your national budget no mofa anko health eno na ama Germany for akosro amoko ho no eno na ama Singapore for akosro amoko ho eno na ama UK for akosro amudwane ko ho no monfa sika anko ho omo ba ye no after 17-18 years Rwanda and a meeting a portion of the target followed by Botswana and Tanzania and Zambia Ghana enim
na yetwidi ye ho abrama ayasa kakra na oha no obi hu because we nyam pa na so
bed
empa keke empa o enye do na de ma no empa woda so ye na ye de obi atia konwa me amako hobi ye de nsuo si ni so no tia konwam.
But can you imagine say we a politician now all fly to a brochure to seek medical health o say topic be say ne kan din because yen man for no yen tin se ma say ye be politicizing MPP NDC ye be politicizing no
eno ya dua wo fom ntra be kakra because education by and by Ghana for be say nye MPP NDC de ye wure ya ka bedu akosa akan ye ntwese ko bi meka kire ye fa ban no to so because abaya ni so betumi editate who say wodo anu ani sika na ekwa na so man sika
there be oya politician ko
anu man sika
yes of course
so enchi so anu ani sika mpene fa ban so to omo so 5 years or 5 years yan ye de ye woni pa bi anko hia me am dim kokromoti kwato ama no wumume nkwa me dem wanya hwe now de omo kwaso so ye kwaso mo omo kwa omo se kwaso mo eso mo kosisi yen ehu hia se me se emra no kire se nkoma mpani na be de kire nkwa and constitutionally se bia na omadwuma mu ye nti no ebe ha dwan yefo omonko wo bia nka ho bio minim cross Supreme Court Chief Justice kraka ho
samra no kwa wo ho no
o se he ho asamka
samra na wo ho no nti we sure say abrochi country be president beti asesa
there be
because health no eba winim tama bi nti ade nti na abrochi na okohwe wa bra obeti nti na mebusa say afidie na yede because how yade wo Saudi Arabia no ye decision mu a ebeba ha entimi ma enkom
ebeba manabro so
nti ade na prevent wo say wo qualified health expert omuko school abrochi ni bi na omode ba wo nurses wo nipa ombetima manage sa machines no de aka ne se wo beto abehye de budget be ko ho se afidie ne be ko shipum ni etimi kra Range Rover Land Cruiser ye kraka bia wo wiase enkonwa edi siesie ye dem ema ho ayefe ye to niema bia bi di besi manhye atena mu a eniema ya abrofo yi use a enu nti ye dwane ko ho no se edi sisi ebeba emamrai
obonu se gafa scholarship medical school for no omu wi a emu 10% peneba.
Well,
a
2011 report estimated that 9 African countries, including Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, had lost 2.7 billion of their investment in healthcare professionals. And now, boss, no. Nipa na ekwetri ni omo no moma.
Ye de sika o. Enso ba akade ni ha.
Well,
nti ye beka se bia wabo na so ntumi nya de opeso ye no. Na nunti. Oba beba so bebrina be private hospitals.
In the interim, ye ntimi nka say ya hyemra ene. But the beka ne say insu a emma wo hospital. Gloves, ventilators,
nipa wu. Ewo ho.
Sa niema no de. Mamu ma bi nsi kura because yama wo the biggest privilege. Sa wo de obetimi akọ. Obetimi akọ ba bi akọhwe wo ho. Na mom ye ni passport no. Dia na wo ya maye. Ya ma de opepe bia. Enye MPP NDC omo nyina oba obi a enjoy. But omanya sika so enough o free power kra or enough so obekwa akosa ne ho yade. Aden. Akoye yes ye cocaine and e bisu ye dollars. E yante ho updates anso na no pay owura Johnny Team for John asemo de tu bia say ye de cocaine be real my money laundering ne no ho nsese bebre ya kwa man so ne executive director Edema African Center for Security Mr. Imano Kuti ne ni komo na yemusa no se sansem you know saying na e won sinso Edema o mine especially Sapema enema omoko hu ya asa down yenti bibia ohono. Ms. Akutin, good morning.
So good morning. The production team and the motifo.
Okay. Obi
man. Africa Center for Security and Counter-Terrorism, then cracked a big buyer. And we were questioning the lack of accountability on the part of your national security.
Okay.
Especially on the expose at settlement, no much containers be na good na dollars. When them say a criminal jurisprudence, so will be within 48 hours as on final court. As some we see this in the anti-Shibio. So we as an organization further in the democracy, that's not how it works. Because we share Ghana democratic institutions are Bruni Becker say it thrives on accountability and transparency.
Right.
And yes, we have say, yeah, security agencies, in the democracy, always my balance operational security with public accountability.
Exactly.
Ensuring that Ghanaians are appropriately informed about cases of significant national interest.
Okay.
Now, as some we see, on such the anti-Shibio. And to say, we call conjecture and also be circulating something that so ultimately blaming it for problem because of these gaps within our national security architecture.
Right.
Now, cocaine, omuchi, tipa track, they no free to Friday back. That cocaine was a substantial fine. I think it was street value of $360 million.
Okay.
Oh, it was a breaking news, okay. But me more than any breaking news. As some weeks in February, not much.
Cocaine, no?
Yes, it happened in February, not much. So why did national security keep this out of the view of the general public? In democracy, no, yes, citizens here say, to me, yes, citizens no to me. By voting, I share will be on exercise that to me on our behalf. And to anything, of course, for my ahano, we as citizens we deserve to know, especially when there are serious exposes of this nature.
Okay.
Let's see a question Africa Center business. Cocaine, ewahi. Nkofo muso macho no court be no mudi omukoye. Because we are in this country in the past, we chinkrophobia cocaine. Ebeba bewie no na cocaine na dane de konkonte. So we cannot continue to do some of these things. Yeah, in fact, to me more be on facade to me no enabling him in criminal activities to enrich him or herself.
Okay. Okay.
So if they don't brief the general public about updates on some of these seizures, or how we brave,
okay.
On say, yeah, thereby the minority, so I issue press statement on that.
Exactly.
So I think that minorities' call is in the right direction. But with regards to 2 aeroplanes, we are now, my brother, Honorable Reverend Infojo Kaseba Landiko, suspected Omubefa cocaine, some dollar cash, because we are playing the free no. They are notorious for money laundering and then drug trafficking. He's right. No one can blame him. But me first say, he's so privileged because one ranking member of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Interior Defense and Intelligence. Yes, sir.
Yes.
He could have easily verified this information. May you be I am with the beer. You're politicizing your security, we are finished as a country. If we politicize our security, our democracy is finished. And so the national security has not been very active in its proper role as mandated by the law.
Okay.
Because they are in politics. Aban we back. Now you be if you not didn't crop over. We hear in advanced democracy, it doesn't happen that way. Even in America. We are now Trump first time was appointed as FBI board. Say Joe Biden will use So yes, never be.
Okay.
And see that aspect on the press statement, when but he can be pardoned. This is his first role as a ranking member of such a sensitive committee.
All right.
Because interior defense intelligence, that is the fiber of the nation.
All right.
In best stress, moving forward, on that friend is answer.
Okay.
If they are not forthcoming with that information, he can state it in the name of public interest.
No problem.
But largely, there's nothing wrong with Almustan. We also had similar concerns. Every democracy strive on accountability.
Right. So Mampanya Institute investigations into that, and I think said they watch it. We will wait. Now the befi mo baby ano ya to and safre ama yet me di home.
Why an institute investigation?
Mampanya say Ora joining team for your comment, national
the Facebook page,
Yes.
Mudia Deria, you're welcome. I don't know, Mampany, very reactive to sensitive issues like this on the Facebook page. It's a proof mania. Now, are we saying that the security agencies no omunimo omujuma? It will take the president to direct them. That would mean, say, the president is overindulging himself in the activities of our security agents. And these are the political angle we want to move away from. Okay, say the X account was hacked. Okay.
Yes.
Also, Mampany, I issued the directive of social media.
Okay.
And see, my share BBE, what I say. Now, yes, release. Now, we should try and then verify from government sources. It will take a record time to say myself as a security analyst. When I saw that in a lab, when people found the work out, no. It's April Fool.
Okay. Mr. Kutina, on pay you better power insight or dear Mayo on these matters.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Emmanuel Coutinho, security analyst or executive director at the Africa Center for Security. Sika, yes, your coffee and Sapemana. Up to now, you need updates. Or say, Mampany, this all reacted to sensitive issues with Facebook. My security agencies, and your management yet.